Does this sound feasible to you?
Well, Chris, you know, I've been around long enough to have served in the Bush administration when we invaded that country and created a quagmire. And this, if you want to see a quagmire for the United States and the Middle East, this is doing it. This is how you have all the ingredients coming together to create a quagmire. It's like the fever dream fantasies of American conquest, all there in front of you to try to figure out how is this going to end. Well, the point is it's not going to end well. This is a fantasy. It's embarrassing. It's undermining our alliances in the region. It's making the United States now a target. It's going to motivate terrorist activity. There's no budget. There's no plan. It's concepts of a plan. I could go on and on. I just think this is such a ridiculous and dangerous idea to float, and it has real consequences. You know, President Trump was supposed to be working with the Prime Minister here this week to help figure out how to ensure that the ceasefire that is underway continues so that all the hostages can get out. Instead, now he has us in this weird distraction and this idea that somehow the United States now is going to build condos in Gaza for Jared Kushner at the expense of our national security.
On the surface, this all looks so friendly, right? We saw, obviously, the joint press conference yesterday between the president and the prime minister. There was a gift that was given to Donald Trump. It's a golden pager on a block of wood, obviously an allusion to the deadly September operation by Israel and Lebanon, which targeted pagers used by Hezbollah. So he got that as a gift. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, you have a situation where, as you pointed out, there are ceasefire talks. There's another phase that has to go into effect and more hostages to come out. Does what we're seeing and these proposals potentially have an impact on what happens next? There are still ongoing negotiations.
Yeah, you know, Chris, what's very distressing about this is that these two men don't seem to want to be living in the reality that is on the ground right now and dealing with it alongside with our partners in the region and of course, with the negotiations that need to continue. You know, these negotiations to get to this ceasefire envisioned a final status kind of discussion, a phase 3. Let's describe it that way. Well, let's have that phase 3 discussion. But instead, they're putting out fantasies, mirages that are going to somehow placate political allies and aren't really grappling with the hard issue of how to resolve this fight with Hamas, how to push Hamas out completely and do so in a manner that builds stability for the region and brings Israel into the Middle East in alliance with Arab states. This will push it further away. And I have to say, I've been a strong supporter of Israel in this fight. I'm proud of that. I think that the pager attack was a crucial attack in defending Israeli security against Hezbollah. But they're not talking about practical items right now. They're talking about fantasies.
Joel Rubin, Vaughn Hilliard, Matt Bradley, thanks.